May 1986, the BBC television studios in London with their cameras, booms, lighting equipment and staff. For a week, they'll be home for the Merce Cunningham Dance Company. And in that time, they'll rehearse and record Points in Space. Elliot Kaplan will direct cameras with Merce Cunningham, who is now in his 60s, but he still dances, making short, often witty appearances in his own works.
All right, we're rolling up, everyone.
The score for the dance is by John Cage.
When I was a child, I signed up for the Glee Club. I think I was in the 6th grade. And they said I couldn't just go into it. I'd have to have my voice tested. And after the test, they said, you don't have a voice.
He's called his score Voiceless Essay.
You have a voice, and we have it here. Proof.
Okay, Ron, come and have a look at this, please. Okay, play, please.
Okay.
Elliot. Elliot, Elliot. No communication. Elliot. Well, the fact that we were going to work in video makes me think always in a different way. So then I have to go back to remember that the camera works totally different than the stage. So what I did was to go back and I have a viewfinder, and I looked through it one day, I remember, and to get back the idea about what that kind of space is. And then I started to work on some movement. She's down, bring her up slowly. Just now, bring her up. And just, yeah, come up. Yeah, sorry, bend. Now releve again. Up. Up and go.
From the beginning of the Cunningham Company, John Cage, one of the great gurus of contemporary music, has been writing and making scores for Cunningham. Scores that have changed the world of music, as well as dance.
When I began to work with dancers, I noticed that the modern dancers wanted the dance to be finished first and then the music to be written to fit it. Formerly, the ballet had taken a piece of music which was already finished, and they made the dance fit the music. Neither situation struck me as being politically good. I wanted a situation in which both the choreographer and the composer worked, so to speak, simultaneously and brought their work together without one being ahead of the other or interpreting the other.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay.
The costumes and the set were designed by New York artists Dove Bradshaw and Bill Anastasi. What instructions and ideas did Merce give Bill for the set?
He said, I guess if you think of weather, maybe.
The result, to be made in England, was a painted cyclorama, 250 feet long and 40 feet high. The scenic artists used as their references sections of 3 drawings in chalk, pencil and wax crayon, which Bill had chosen from work he'd made in the early 70s. For the costumes, Dove Bradshaw had 7 of the all-over tights dyed. The others she's hand-painting. Paper shapes are stuck all over the tights, the paint put on, and the paper pulled off, leaving behind the plain material.
Dancers, positions, ready, go.
And against that cyclorama and in those costumes, camera rehearsals go on.
A little bit hot on that side, good. That's good, you brought it down a bit. Did you bring it down a bit? Yeah. Thank you.
While rehearsals continue in London, in New York, John Cage is working with the staff of the Center for Computer Music at Brooklyn College on a major new composition that will be the basis for the score. What was its starting point?
First, I made a text with many parts called The First Meeting of the Satie Society. And I thought of it as a group of presents for Satie. And the present from Henry David Thoreau was 18 writings through the essay on the duty of civil disobedience. But or the writings were made by using a title of a piece of Satie's, the Messe des Pauvres, to form the Mesostics. Man will useful, man will not submit to least throughout the world.
So groups of words from that essay by Thoreau were chosen by computer, and they were based on the letters of the title of Erik Satie's composition, Messe des Pauvres.
Put through and with return.
It was in this way that the 18 writings were made.
Private feelings for the proportion as.
They were then recorded by John Cage himself, and that recording of his voice was then synthesized and analyzed by the computer.
So what the analysis does is stores what's unique about your voice in terms of what is a vowel or an A for you and what an S sounds like. And then on the resynthesis, it reinstates those and reproduces that. And then we can take the time base, which you need it to be flexible, and then read through at a longer speed so that you get
it stretched
out without altering its pitch. You get an idea of just how much data it is. This is 5 seconds of one track. You have 36 tracks. So only the computer could have, aided in this type of procedure.
When we visited them, only 4 tracks had been completed.
A standing which the most effects of their actions and their wood.
For Voiceless Essay, the music to accompany the dance, Cage went one step further. He picked 4 of the writings, and then only the sound of the consonants in those writings. The important principle for Cage is that chance and not his own decisions are the basis of what he creates.
I came to the intention of making my work non-intentional because I had no desire to express my ideas or my feelings. I wanted rather to open my mind to what was outside of my mind.